1996 was I started an email newsletter. That was why that was the first question. One more time, raise it high, don't half-ask me. How many people have done email marketing? My friends, in 1997, I had a 200,000 person email newsletter with 91.4% open rates. And 57% click-through on the add to cart button. Not because I was a genius, not because I did something so remarkable, it's because I day trade attention. What does day trading attention mean? What does it mean? It means that I look at every behavior one can do at all times to make a sale in both the B2B and the B2C environment. Some of you know, 70% of you know, I currently run the fastest growing digital and social media agency in the world called VaynerMedia. We've gone from 30 to 650 employees in 4 years. We've gone from $3 to $100 million in revenue, not pass through the media buying, 100 million our revenue. And what we do is we help the Johnson & Johnsons and the Toyotas and the GEs and the Turner Broadcasting and the biggest brands in the world sell shit. Not get headlines for being first on Vine, sell shit. Ironically, my singular happiest customer in that environment, in social media, is General Electric, GE, 100% B2B. One thing that I've learned about B2B, because now, I was in the wine business, and then I went into being an agency. I'm in B2B now. One thing I learned about B2B is it's easier than B2C. It is. It is. It's easier because you fundamentally actually know the name of the fucking person you're selling to. Like it's Rick Thompson from Microsoft. It's not fucking brain science. Like cool. When I started realizing, I'm like, oh, the level of disrespect that took over my body for all my B2B homie friends, because I was like, this is great. This is remarkable. This is an unbelievable industry. I had to compete for everybody, not knowing if they really bought wine or not, what they did. I had to cover wine blankets, super inefficient, moments of time. This is phenomenal. So how many people in B2B here? Yeah, fucking jackpot. So one of the things I'm concerned about is that I believe, and I did my homework to see who was going to be here, the companies, and did my homework. One thing that I'm very worried about, is that I believe that this is a room full of transactors. That this is a room full of people in sales. Not in business building, not in brand building, not in marketing. Salespeople. And by the way, remember how I started this talk. This is not me looking down. I am a salesperson. I'm a salesperson that ran direct mail and radio and local TV and outdoor billboards and then Google AdWords. I bought the word wine on Google AdWords the day Google AdWords started for 5 cents a click and owned it for 9.5 months before anybody bid me up. Because that's what you do when you day trade attention. You buy underpriced assets while everybody's overpricing it. Like today, March 9th. Only because the book came out yesterday. March 9th. Sorry, Siri. March 9th, 2016, I know that for a lot of people in this room that do digital scalable transactional B2B, if you're running Google AdWords and affiliate marketing, that you don't. And this, individually some of you may, but I'm looking at the overall behavior. You don't, nor does the market realize that Facebook targeted ads are converting financially better than what most digital marketing people think is happening in Google and affiliate. And the reason it's happening is because the people that are really good at quant math marketing, who built their expertise in email and affiliate and Google search, are poo-pooing Facebook because they are not practitioners in Facebook marketing. They are headline readers in Facebook marketing. They read an article of somebody saying it doesn't work, because if you look behind this curtain, it's not in the best interest of that person supporting that ecosystem because they make their money in a different way. If you were a practitioner, if you actually do what I do for a living, which is right now, in the last 24 hours, I looked at After School. I looked at Musical.ly. I spent a lot of time on Anchor. These are not things that most people are talking about in the marketplace. I made videos about Snapchat and my point of view on it 3.5 years ago. Because what I do is I spend my time on potential attention platforms, because attention is the only thing we sell against. Not impressions, not math, attention. What they've been hacking at, this is my quick observation from afar, is making a tool that makes it better for attention. Just like I was there in early email marketing when this new thing was invented. This was about 1999. Hey, wait a minute. There's a way to put the person's first name in the email. Remember that? That was fucking gold. I mean, like, that was just like, wait, I mean, you have to understand, this is early internet. I'm like, wait a minute. It'll have their name in it? That will work? Because that's going to feel more personal, right? Until all the fucking spam bots came in and your name was in a different color and font and you felt like shit because you knew it was bulk, right? Because intent matters. No matter how good they set you up, if it's automated, it's automated. And the second more people do it, is the second you're more vulnerable. 16 years later, 20 years later, that same email newsletter with millions and millions and millions of dollars of business growth and millions of marketing dollars, and me at the forefront of it as a very good digital marketer and operator over the last 20 years, that same newsletter now gets 33% open rates. Because it's the supply and demand of attention. One more time, people over 40 this time, raise your hands. 20 years ago, you, my friend, read every single fucking email and every word. Remember? That's what we did. You got the email, you read it. It was like mail. Hence the fucking name, guys. It was mail. Like you read it. Now we tune it out. I believe that the biggest collective vulnerability in this room, and I believe the single biggest thing that I can bring to the table in this room, is the thesis that has allowed me to build so much personal wealth, which is I wake up every morning, today included, on an hour and a half of sleep, and I try to put myself out of business. And my concern is everybody in this room, especially in the ecosystem of a great tool, and I've seen it 100,000 times, whether it was WordPress, whether it was Constant Contact, whether it's any great tool that is built, you get lazy and want the tool to do more because it becomes more scalable and more efficient. You know, passive income is so cool. Automation is so cool. And that is the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of the end because it's just simple supply and demand. When nobody knew what Facebook was or Twitter was and Tumblr was in 2007, when I invested in those companies, I made money because I day traded attention. I thought the attention would be there. I bought it. The world went there. I won. You have to recognize enormously intriguing behaviors. Number one, things like ad blocker in the banner advertising world in Apple is a very major threat to this institution in here. Let me explain why. Health, your family, God, money. I put those at the top. Everybody's got their own little different order. But at the top, 24 months, 36 months, that has me very, very intrigued as somebody who day trades attention. That one, my friend, the emerging fifth thing on tier one of human beings is time. As we go to a 24/7, 365 world, this is fun, this is the theme, I guess, of this talk. 40-year-olds, raise your hand. Remember when the world actually used to stop? Even if you were a workaholic like me, when you went home at 8, it was over. That world is long gone. Somebody emails you at 10:30. You guys email each other at 10:30, you expect an answer right away. I'm answering people at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's a 24/7, 365 world. We're always on. And because of that, we have started to really value time. Time is becoming extremely important. As a matter of fact, the reason I invested in Uber was because I realized, holy shit, Uber doesn't sell transportation. Uber sells the perception of time. You feel like you're saving yourself 6 more minutes in the restaurant by doing it so you don't have to go out there and hail a cab or call a car. I mean, it's changed I now actually go to LA for the first time in 5 years because I can get around, right? Like it's changed cities, right? It's changed this city, it's changed cities. So time. Let me tell you what is the biggest stealer of time in society. Sales and marketing people. It's what we do. More than I know that the sun will come up tomorrow, I know everybody in this room, with me at the forefront, tries to ruin every communication platform in the world to sell shit. I'm spending all my heart and soul right now trying to ruin Snapchat. I want to understand it, I want to take its attention, and I want to sell shit. I want to sell wine. I want to sell my book. I want to sell raising money for my nonprofit that I'm on the board of. I may want to back a candidate. Who knows? We're all selling 24/7, 365. When you think about email and you think about the telephone, you're talking about a very vulnerable platform to this shift over the next 5 years. It's not happening tomorrow, but it is absolutely happening. Guys, let's be honest now for a second. Lying is the devil. Raise your hand if you are now upset. This is a very important question. Raise your hand if you are now upset when any other human being calls you on your cell phone. Please raise your hand. Raise it high. Get up here, guys. Come with me. Yeah, come on, it's fun. Keep it up. Raise it high. Raise it high and don't, you know what? Stand up. Stand, it's good for blood circulation. Don't get lazy. This is very important. If you were a human on Earth that is upset when another human being ever calls you, talking about your fucking mom,